Hello everyone and welcome to week 5 of DNA, where me and my son will be bringing you highlights from around the league from this week. So, because my boys had a bye this week, I decided to use this time and bring you a little information about some of the NFL wives. Well, the first wife I'm going to talk about is the one that doesn't seem to be getting a lot of airtime around the league, and that is Simone Biles. She is the wife of Jonathan Owens. Now, Simone is one NFL wife that does not need any introduction. Simone is she's a world gymnast. She is the GOAT. Even though her husband came under fire when he had said in the news that he didn't know who she was until 2020. Now, Black Twitter went to work, and they uncovered these tweets where he tweeted about Gabby Douglas in 2012. Now, in all fairness, Simone was not in the 2012 Olympics, which was in London, because she was too young. So she really didn't join the team and start working out until 2013. So there is a slight chance that he didn't know who she was, just full disclosure. But anyway, despite social media trying to force Simone to leave her husband because he made the crack. He also said that he was a catch, so they wanted him to leave. I commend her for standing by her man. She didn't give in to the social media bullies. She stood by her man, and he kind of redeemed himself during the Paris Olympics this year. He was there supporting her. He actually took off time for work to be there with her. So congratulations to the Owens couple. I love you guys. And if Simone is not on tour with the Gold Around American Tour, also known as the GOAT Tour, you can catch her on the sidelines of the Chicago Bears. So to Simone Biles, hi, we love you. The next person I would like to cover is Christian Jurczyk. Hoping I'm pronouncing her name right. Now, she is the wife of 49ers Kyle Jurczyk. And she came on the scene. She stepped out of the shadows of her husband by the outfits that she would wear to the games. Now, she was taking jerseys and t-shirts, and she would make her outfits. Well, she went viral when she made the bomber jacket for Taylor Swift, of course, representing Travis Kelce. She made a bomber jacket, and she went viral. And she also made other items. She made a jacket for Simone Biles when her husband was with the Green Bay Packers. And she also made things for Natalia Bryant and others. And she also received the NFL license to continue making her paraphernalia for different teams. So to Christian, great job. We love you. And I want a vest. I want a Detroit Lions vest. That's in my future. Yeah, that was my segment that I did on the little NFL wives. So
that was for y'all women. I mean, for the guys that's watching this, I'm sorry that you have to sit through that. But they had NFL wives.
Come on, they are really the MVPs. The good wives are really the MVPs. They're
some of them. Some of them.
When they lose a game, come home and have to console them and make them feel good.
Travis Kelce was a better player when he was with his last girl. But we're not going to get into that.
I didn't cover Travis because Taylor is not a wife.
Well,
Anita was the first one. So
that's wife, a stand-in, a prop, or whatever you want to call her. That's what she is.
I wasn't doing it.
But Swifties, it's not about the wives. It's cool. It's cool. I'm a fan of what Christian Jurczyk does. With her line. It's pretty cool seeing the jackets and stuff that she makes and all. It's pretty awesome. I would like to see a Falcons one. Maybe we'll get a Jurczyk in the A one day, and I can see some Atlanta Falcons running to right.
Atlanta wife out there that can, rock it. It can happen.
Yeah, so. Probably so. That's partially why, see, I wanted Russell Wilson to come in first, which I'm glad didn't happen, obviously, because I really only wanted him here because Sierra would have been back,
She would have been home.
She would have been Sierra.
And I didn't cover Sierra because
but no, I'm glad Russell Wilson didn't come because
he
needs to hand them cleats up, I think, but
he might play next week though. because he's back.
Who said that?
He may play. He actually may
on
play.
a video game, he gonna play next week?
He may play. He's actually cleared to play, so he actually might see some time next week. He hasn't been playing because he was injured, so he's actually now cleared to play. And I think a lot of Steelers, which we'll get to that later, is probably, I think people are believing if Russell Wilson was in the game on Sunday night that they would have won. But, we'll talk about that later. But, I don't know. He might have did something that Fields.
I think they would have lost some games that Justin Fields had won, if he was playing.
I mean, maybe not, but, sometimes it comes down to that experience. I love Justin, what he's doing for the Steelers.
Yeah,
but, sometimes in the crunch, you need that experience, and Russell know how to win games, so it could have went. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll get into
We'll see it. But like I said, my boys had a bye, well-deserved rest. They at home. Rest up, Lions. We have the Cowboys next week on the 13th, so they at home getting healthy, or not really hurt. But your Falcons came in, did what they had to do. Very good game. I was pulling for y'all. Y'all actually won the game. I needed y'all to win against Tampa Bay. Appreciate you.
Yeah,
so go ahead, y'all won the game 36-30.
Oh yeah, we handle business. It's a very serious game. Division rival. You always have to take these games serious. The Buccaneers. Coming into Atlanta, we have to make sure we defended our home field, and that's exactly what we did. As you guys know, we played the Saints. The Aints, and they're our division rival. And we had to handle that, and we beat the Buccaneers, and so far we're undefeated against the NFC South. This upcoming Sunday we have the worst team in the division, the Carolina Panthers. I'm expecting a big win, in that game. But hey, let's talk about this Buccaneers game. Kirk Cousins, is he's shining. The offense, is shining. It seems like they're getting better as the season is going on. Kirk Cousins with 509 yards, 42 for 58, and 4 touchdowns, a career high, and also a franchise record, as well. And this was also on Matt Ryan's night. He was inducted into the Ring of Honor. Congrats to Matt Ryan, Falcons legend for sure. Definitely did a lot for the city. Got us almost got us that ring, but we're forever grateful to say that you got us to the big dance, and MVP as well. Just a lot of great things you could say about Matt Ryan, and it was just a great night for Kirk Cousins to have that big night, in that game. Was definitely just great to see them get the win for Matt in overtime. And shout out to Kadero Hodge, man, with the touchdown, the game-winning touchdown at the end. The Falcons with the walk-off TD. So that was awesome. So I'm loving what I'm seeing from my team. We're at 3-2.
I just got a question. So I guess since you was convicted of dog fighting, that you're just not going to get into the Ring of Honor. So I guess Michael Vick, because of his little indiscretion, his dog fight, that he would never get into. Is that like Pete Rose not getting into the Hall of Fame? Is that what you're doing? I'm just asking for a friend who used to be.
If it were up to me, Michael Vick would definitely be in the Falcons Ring of Honor. That's forever my QB1. Now, I love Matt Ryan. I love everything he did for my team as well. But, I grew up on Michael Vick. Michael Vick, that's the first quarterback I knew. So, MV7 for life. But yeah, it's definitely a tough topic. The Falcons fan base is pretty divided, when it comes to Matt Ryan and Michael Vick. It kind of gets ugly sometimes, but I appreciate both quarterbacks and what they did for the city of Atlanta. But Michael Vick for sure deserves it.
Start a petition.
For sure deserves to be there.
Michael Vick deserved to be in the Ring of Honor. I understand the dog fighting, but I don't, but I do. But I think he deserved to be in the Ring of Honor. And sure. I'm sure it probably won't happen, but I still say that and I know I hate to bring this up because I know it makes you but I still say, and I stand whole, I stand to it, I stand on it, that if he was a quarterback when y'all was playing the Patriots, y'all would have had a Super Bowl ring. But that's all I got to say. But anyway, I'm just going to bring it all back, roll it back. So now.
Yes. Because if Vic, let's say, scenario.
I'm just saying.
Now scenario, look.
Ain't
like
no
I
way.
Said,
ain't no way he gonna give up a 28-3. He ain't gonna do it.
In all honesty, yes,
Ain't gonna do it.
Michael Vick is my quarterback number one forever. But if I'm being honest, I understand he never got us there. You know, Matt Ryan holds the most playoff wins as a Falcons quarterback. Most game-winning drive, and all that great stuff, MVP, all of that. But I know for a fact that Vic was in Super Bowl 51 and playing them Patriots in Houston, Texas. I know for a fact that being up 28-3, we wouldn't have blew that lead only because of the simple fact that Michael Vick just ran the ball. That's all he did, was just run the ball. So there's no way that Tom Brady and them would have had a chance to come back in that game. The Falcons would definitely be Super Bowl champs if Vic was up 28-3. And I'm not going to put that all on Matt. I mean, Kyle Shanahan was terrible in the second half. Dan Quinn definitely got exposed. He was never really a good coach the whole season. It just worked out because the team was so overly talented. And Devontae Freeman, you can talk about that. Talk about him missing the block. It's a lot of plays that you can talk about in that game. But you know what? I get to talk about that. That's 2016. It's 2024.
I just brought that back for you.
But hey, I love you, Matt Ryan. I love you, Michael Vick. Y'all my quarterbacks for life, man.
All right. So, I saw him at the, Super Bowl last year. I gave him a little shout out, whatever. But, that was it. So, let's get to the rundown for week 5. Okay. First of all, them little Giants, you better go, boy. They did it as they would, and maybe because the Seahawks was limping in a little bit because they had played the Lions and we brought it to them, but they beat the Seahawks 29-20.
They did, and it was a shocker. Well, I'm not gonna say too much of a shocker because the Seahawks haven't been as impressive, but this is still a game that many people thought the Giants would lose. And it's definitely got to suck as a Seahawks fan to see that y'all lost this game when you're at home too. At home, and the Seahawks, their stadium is definitely one of the toughest stadiums to play in the league. Them fans are loud, and they're loud every game. And so for the Giants to go up in there and get the dub is huge, and it's definitely huge for their starting quarterback Daniel Jones. He went 23 for 34, 257 yards and 2 touchdowns. It's definitely a huge win. I think it's a big momentum shifter for the Giants as well. They can definitely take this game and run with it and, use this as fuel. I think this was very important to get on the road.
Okay, go Giants. You went from a little G, now you a big G. So, go ahead, Giants. I ain't mad at you. Now, whenever I needed Aaron Rodgers to step up and be who I needed him to be, Dude, I'm so mad at you, Jets, as they let the Vikings.
3 picks, by the way, Aaron Rodgers. 3 picks.
Beat them.
Aaron Rodgers.
23-17. 23-17. Really?
Is it time for him to hang the cleats up?
I don't care what he do. He lost against the Vikings. I don't care.
This is just,
He had one job. Do it.
I don't know. I just didn't know what to say. The Jets go down to the Vikings 23-17, and once again, it's another week and we're still sitting here talking about the Vikings being undefeated.
They waiting on us.
This is insane. They're either waiting on the line or on the lines of the Falcons.
Who playing first? I think
y'all do. This is impressive. This is fun watching this team just keep winning. It's unusual. No one saw this coming. And this is what's fun about sports because it'll be teams like, I know y'all saw Vanderbilt beat Alabama, the first win against a top ranked school in school history, haven't beaten Alabama in 40 years. And that's crazy. That's just another example of how crazy sports can be. And so for the Vikings to lose a lot before the season started and just continue and just start this Cinderella run, if you will, and just be undefeated and be at the top of the league.
I need you not to be so fan-like.
It's crazy.
It's not happening.
What?
It's about to be over.
I know it's about to be over, but it's impressive. I know y'all NFC North, but it's impressive. You have to admire it.
No, I don't.
Sam Darnold went 14 for 31, 179 yards, and only one interception. He had no touchdowns, but the run game was working for him. You know, Sam Darnold went out for like one play. You know, he was sidelined after a hit, you know, in the midsection. And Nick Mullins came in, you know, he completed one pass for 24 yards. But, you know, Sam Darnold came back in after that. But it was just the Vikings. They just keep doing it. They keep doing it.
Okay, we're done. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, now, next, the Cardinals. Now, the Cardinals beat the 49ers
Close
24-23. It was a close game. And 49ers is that one team that I, went out to the Super Bowl last year with a couple of my girls, you know, hanging out, and it was, you know, mine wasn't there. It was Kansas City and the 49ers. And because I was not rooting for the Kansas City Chiefs, it was kind of hard for me because I wasn't really rooting for the 49ers either because I was a little petty because I'm still, you know, feeling the Kaepernick thing. But I really was not rooting for Kansas City. So the 49ers was my little team. So, I look at them and I kind of follow them a little bit, trying to see where they are. But, yeah, they lost 24-23.
Yep, they did. And Kyler Murray, continues to shine, continues to, improve their offense, week after week. And, hey, the Cardinals are they're having these tight games, but they pulling out these dubs. Kyler Murray went 19 for 30, 195 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. I mean, could have had a better game, I'm sure he'll say, but they got the dub. And we'll see what the Cardinals do next week. And as for the 49ers, I know y'all probably weren't expecting this one, but I mean, it's still early in the season. And it's been a lot of great teams in the NFL to lose some games that they probably should have won. But it's a very unusual looking season so far, but it's been a fun ride. I can't wait to see what else the season has in store.
Yeah, well, them Baltimore Ravens. Now, and the Baltimore Ravens, they're pretty cool. Everybody wanted to see the Baltimore Ravens in the Super Bowl.
Who doesn't love Lamar Jackson?
But they wanted to see him in the Super Bowl. But this year, I'm kind of glad that they keeping pace. That is Ray Lewis' old team.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't like the Ravens because Ray Lewis, he killed Atlanta. When he came here and had his debacle, he kind of killed our nightlife. If you had to be from it, yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. He killed the nightlife in Atlanta with all his antics.
I love you, Ray Lewis.
So I call him Killer for short. If anybody knows the story, I call him Low Key. I don't call him Ray Lewis. I call him Killer. But
he's a killer on the field.
Killer.
You don't.
But anyway, I digress.
Go through that fire.
I digress. The Ravens did beat the Bengals 41-38.
Yeah, they did. And it's 2024. Ray Lewis ain't in the league right now. So we'll talk about Lamar Jackson and how he went 26 for 42 with 348 yards and 4 touchdowns. I mean, the Ravens got off to a slow start this season, but they're picking it up now. And I love the Ravens. I love Lamar Jackson because he reminds me so much of Michael Vick, and it's just like I'm watching that all over again. And watching Lamar Jackson makes me feel like a kid again. Watching them Falcons back in the day, but I love Lamar, man. He's just awesome. He could be an MVP for a third time. Why not? I think he could do it.
Okay. Well, I think we sparked some of the Commanders when we said what they was commanding. They weren't commanding nothing in the beginning. They've been kicking butt, though.
They should be the Redskins still.
They still should be the Redskins because the Commanders is kind of crazy. But they are kicking butt. I mean, they beat the Browns 34-13. I actually saw some Browns with the bags back on their head again. Come on, Browns. Come on. Let's not go back to the bags yet. Not just yet. Not just yet. But I saw the fans with the bags, man.
They didn't escape that far from it. I mean, they had some better years, but the Browns are still the Browns at the end of the day. But hey, what can you do? I mean, the Commanders, are a franchise that usually aren't too far from as suckish as the Browns are. If not, they're about the same level. But historically, these are both bad franchises.
They're killing it this
year. Yeah, they are definitely killing it. Jaden Daniels, 14 for 25, 238 yards, 1 touchdown and 1 interception. He continues this amazing rookie year so far. I mean, the kid is playing out his mind, in my opinion. I mean, the Commanders' offense has been so successful. It's been shocking to see, you know, how comfortable Jaden Daniels looks. Like, he really looks like a vet. He looks like he's been playing in the league for about 5 seasons, and this kid is only in his 5th NFL game, and it's just wild. It's wild. And, you know, the Commanders were up so much. They were up so much that they said, hey, Jaden Daniels, you can take a little rest. We'll put Marcus Mariota in. Falcons fans, I know you don't want to hear that name. Marcus Mariota, the quarterback that took over after Matt Ryan left Atlanta. Terrible for us. And, you know, he was still terrible for the Commanders as he went 1 for 3. Negative. This is the first time since we had this podcast that we read a quarterback having negative yards. -2 yards, 0 touchdowns, needless to say. Of course, the touchdowns didn't come from Marcus Mariota. But, you know, other than that, the Commanders got the win.
They got the win. So, I don't care. We're going to call you Redskins. But Commanders,
yeah,
you got the win.
Washington Redskins.
Redskins.
Shout out Sean Taylor.
You got the win.
He saw that.
Okay, how about the Chicago Bears? They defeated the Panthers, your lowly NFC counterparts, 36-10, and they're going to be in London next week. Now, they're going to be playing at 9:30 in the morning. I will be at church. Not going to see you guys, but they be playing the Jaguars in London. But they beat the Bears. I mean, the Bears beat the Panthers 36-10.
I mean, really no shock there. The depression continues in the city of Charlotte. I mean, the Panthers only put up 10 points against the Bears, 36. I mean, it was just a rough game. You know, Caleb Williams, you know, the other rookie quarterback, you know, is just outstanding. You know, Jaden Daniels, I feel is currently the best rookie quarterback right now, but Caleb Williams is right behind him. You know, both of these guys were crazy in college. You know, both have a Heisman. It was just an outstanding career for them in the NCAA, and just seeing them transition in the NFL, they're like taking over. You know, Caleb Williams went 20 for 29, 304 yards and 2 touchdowns. Both the Commanders and Bears offenses just look so good, you know. But the Panthers, man, the struggles just continue for y'all. I don't know what it is, you know, but I hope y'all play a great game on Sunday. You know, we're most likely gonna be 4-2. You know, I wouldn't say nothing like that before the Falcons play, but y'all are so bad, and I feel like, you know, we improved good enough for me to actually say that with confidence, and I don't think I've actually jinxed myself. You know, it's the Panthers. You know, I expect to sweep y'all this season.
I'm rooting for y'all, Panthers. Now, the team that's rocking my favorite colors, that black and white, they didn't win, but anyway. The Raiders lost to the Broncos 34-18.
Yep. You know, Raiders just a very up and down, mostly down season. You know, I feel they need to go after another quarterback. Gardner Minshew just isn't cutting it. You know, it seems like Brock Bowers, the outstanding tight end, probably the best tight end ever to play in college. Of course, went to the University of Georgia. It's just, he has just been seemingly getting open. It seems like almost every play, and like they can't find him. I'm like, you can't have a player like that and not give him a quarterback. So I just hope they figure that out. But the Broncos, on the other hand, put up 34 points. Bo Nix, 19 for 27, 206 yards and 2 touchdowns. You know, once again, another rookie quarterback this season who was getting off to a solid start in his career. You know, just looking real comfortable out there being a leader. You know, Bo Nix is definitely, I feel, is going to be in the NFL for a long time.
Okay. Now, Jordan Love is back. He is back. The love is back. Now, mind you, you're in our division, and, you know, shouldn't be rooting for you, but I'm glad you're back. It's always good to see a player that's a good player that comes back and from an injury and able to play again. So, Jordan, welcome back. And they beat up on the Rams. You know, Stafford, dude, I'm feeling for you over there.
Come on,
and they beat the Rams 24-19.
Yeah, good to have Jordan Love back. You know, one of the most exciting quarterbacks I feel in the league right now. He went 15 for 26, 224 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. You know, as the Packers put up 24 against the Rams, 19. And, you know, the Packers really needed this win, you know, especially, you know, it's good to have Jordan Love back. So I feel that they will definitely get back in the groove of things, pick up right where they left off. Don't sleep on the Pack now. Don't sleep on the Cheeseheads. I feel like they gonna be around. They always find a way to be around. And but the Rams, man, what are the Rams doing? They have been. It's been a really ugly start to the season for the Rams. But as we cross over, out of week 5, it's like y'all need to figure out something, because it's not a pretty start for the Rams.
Not at all.
Not at all. But
not at all.
Y'all can figure something out. It's not over.
Come on, Stafford.
It needs to happen fast.
Come on, let's do what it do. Now, dollar bills, y'all. Nope, wasn't good. Can't sing it for you because you lost. The Bills lost to the Texans, 23-20.
Josh Allen, is facing off against his old wide receiver, Stephon Diggs, his old buddy. And they had a lot of great moments together in Buffalo, but Stephon is on the Texans now. And his quarterback, C.J. Stroud, went 28 for 38, 331 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. As the Bills fall to the Texans, 23-20. And it was a really good game, really tight game. As we expected, of course, it was going to go down to the wire. As many could have figured out, but yeah, just a really good game,
How about them Jags? They beat up on the Colts 37-34. Now, have the Colts been good since Peyton Manning?
I mean, they had a few down seasons for sure, right? But currently, they're a decent team for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, they went down to the Jaguars 37-34. Shout out Jacksonville, y'all the last team to get the dub. Finally joined the win column. It's about time y'all got to win. I was really growing concerned with y'all. I was like, wow, this is something I wasn't expecting, But Trevor Lawrence, it's his birthday on Sunday, so I assumed that he had to wait for his birthday to get a win or something. I don't know. But he went 28 for 34, 371 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Have yourself a day, birthday boy. I hope you enjoyed it, Trev. But I'm just glad the Jaguars finally got the win. I mean, because it was really getting ugly out there. And but hey, hopefully y'all start a streak or something. Who knows? Because that was looking bad.
Okay. Well, guess what? The fish started swimming again. Mm-hmm. Yes, they did. Them Dolphins beat up on the Patriots. Now, the Patriots seem to be a punching bag for a lot of people lately. Oh, yeah. We're really feeling it. Y'all got enough rings. Y'all good. So the Patriots lost to the Dolphins 15-10.
Yeah, they lost to the Dolphins 15-10. It was really a defensive battle, really. Dolphins probably should have won this game by more points, but hey, a win's a win at the end of the day, right? I mean, Tyler Huntley, quarterback in for Tua, while he's out, he had a decent day, 18 for 31, 194 yards, no touchdowns, but he did have 1 interception. But hey, he left New England with the win, and I'm sure, he wouldn't win it any other way. And we'll see what the Dolphins do. Now as for the Patriots, the rough season continues. Not sure what y'all future holds, but I mean, clearly y'all
are in rebuild mode.
They in rebuild mode. They'll figure something out. But yeah, y'all got, y'all can go to YouTube when y'all are lonely and look up, all y'all championship highlights and moments y'all had. So, a lot of teams can't do that. So enjoy.
They had the great comeback. That great comeback against a team that got like a bird. Yeah. Then anyway. But now.
We'll beat them now.
The next game. Now this game happens, I think, about every 4 years. Now the next team, these are the 2 teams that played like back in the day. I remember back in the day when me and my dad, God rest my soul, Daddy, love you. We were always Lions fans, but there was always 2 teams that no matter who you rooted for, where you were from, you still had to pick between either the Cowboys or the Steelers. You was a fan of one of those. Don't matter which state you was in, you had to like either the Cowboys or the Steelers. Now back in the day, when it was Tony Dorsett, Emmett, I was a Cowboy fan. As it went along, I switched over to Pittsburgh. But either way, these teams took the field on Sunday night. It was a beautiful thing. Because like I say, back in the day, even though everybody else had teams, it was still like, they were like two of America's teams. They always said the Cowboys was America's team, but, you know, those of us over in the Midwest, you know, it was the Steelers. So those were the two teams. So they took to the field. They were out. They were in their stuff. Everybody was out. They played in Pittsburgh, you know. And me and my girls, we went on down to the patio to see the game. We saw a lot of people there with their doggone Pittsburgh jerseys on. We saw the Stars, you know. They had the Cowboy jerseys. I was really pulling for Pittsburgh. I had fans that was Pittsburgh fans that had told me that they was going to win. I said, I need for y'all to beat them Cowboys. They was like, we got you.
Both of them fan bases always talking like they gonna win.
Yeah, but they didn't have me. Really, Pittsburgh? Pittsburgh came up short against the Cowboys. I guess we got to wait another 4 years. But, you know, they came up short 20-17.
Yep, and, you know, Dak Prescott, I guess he had himself a good day. He went 29 for 42, 352 yards. You know, two touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Of course, it wouldn't be Dak Prescott without some picks, right? I mean, but hey, he got the win, you know, against the Steelers, you know. I actually had the Steelers winning this game. You know, I was shocked at that as well. You know, the Cowboys, I have not been sold on them. You know, usually it's people saying they're not sold on them in the playoffs, but this season they have been struggling in the regular season, sort of. I mean, but after the game, you know, well, while the game was about to end, you know, wide receiver out of Georgia, my boy George Pickens, you know, got into it with Jordan Lewis, you know, on the Cowboys, and you know he yanked his face mask down. He yanked him down to the ground. I guess out of frustration, you know, because they were about to lose. But you know, and after the game, Jordan Lewis spoke on George Pickens, saying that Steelers need to find themselves a new wide receiver. George Pickens weak. Jordan Lewis, I wouldn't say all that. George Pickens is a beast, and you know it. But George Pickens just can't allow that to happen. You know, let your frustrations get the best of you. But yeah, it was definitely a chippy game. Good football for sure. The Cowboys got the dub. You know?
They got the dub. Okay. Now, Monday night brought you the Chiefs and the Saints. Y'all know the Saints is my Southern team. Didn't work out well for me. You know, my boys had a bye. All I need to do was the Saints to win. You know, give me a football week. Steelers lost. But anyway, them doggone Chiefs. I still think they cheated, but you know, that's just me. But the Saints came up short, 26-13.
I can care less, really.
I know you wasn't.
Forget both of these teams, but of course I hate the Aints more, even more because she claims it's her Southern team. I'm not sure what that means. I don't have a Northern team and the Eastern team.
You like the Lions?
I like the Lions.
Okay, there you
I
go.
like the Bears, but I wouldn't say, oh, that's my Northern team or.
He believe blue.
I don't do all that. I got one team.
Whatever.
You'll never catch me buying Lions merch.
I don't have no Saints merch. I told you that.
I give you time. That's probably on the way. Probably ordered it on Amazon already. It'll be on the doorstep.
No, never did.
Doorstep tomorrow.
I never did it. And no matter what, I've lived in Cali, I wore Lions. I lived in the DMV, I wore Lions. I'm living in Atlanta, I'm wearing Lions.
I'm just upset because out of all teams you can like, you like my rival.
Well, because they the one that, okay, we already had this kind
Anyway, Patrick Mahomes handled business, handled my rival, you know, and it was beautiful for me to see. You know, to see the Aints go down again. The third straight loss.
They lost 3, but they still tied with y'all?
No, they're not. 56 and 55 will be 57 and 55 later.
No, I'm saying they still. Wait a minute, were they 3-3 and y'all 3-2?
Oh, you're talking. I thought you were talking about our record. I mean, because if you didn't know, the Falcons, you know, the Saints and Falcons are no longer tied at 55 and 55. The Falcons are 56 and 55 now. We lead. You know, the rivalry now, and it will be 57 and 55 when we meet New Orleans later this season as well. But you know, Monday night was about them Aints and the Chiefs. You know, tonight I was a part of Chiefs Kingdom. You know, of course, because they're playing the Aints. You know, I got to go for any team that's playing New Orleans. So it don't even matter. I hate the Chiefs as well, but I had to be a fan tonight. I was so much of Taylor Swift fan tonight. Should have had all those songs on my playlist. You know, show how much I love the Chiefs today, especially if they beat these boys. You know, Patrick Mahomes went 28 for 39, 331 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 1 interception. You know, I would have liked to see him, you know, get a touchdown, but you know, it's cool. It's cool. They handle business.
You know, their uniforms look like they should be working for Buc-ee's, right?
Their uniforms look like ketchup and mustard, but it's okay. It's okay. They handle business.
Okay.
They handle
whatever
business. It's better than the Aints, you know, piss yellow pants they be wearing when they wear them throwbacks. Some things are like vomit, you know. But hey, New Orleans 3rd straight loss. Y'all better get it together because y'all at 2-3. The Falcons at 3-2, about to be 4-2. Y'all better do something now.
I just need y'all to come marching in when they come to.
Y'all in trouble. Y'all in trouble.
Falcons come down there to NOLA.
For all you Aints fans, I told you we ain't the same old Falcons, and y'all ain't about to do nothing. So
whatever. Okay, now we come to our favorite part of the show, which is you did that player of the week. Now, I hate for me to say this, but you know we gave it to him last week. Once again, it's going to be somebody from the Atlanta Falcons. Ooh, that hurt. But no, I'm just kidding. But this week, player of the week goes to none other than the quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons, Kirk Cousins.
I mean, Captain Kirk. I mean, if you look, I understand I said it earlier, but I have to repeat it again. I mean, 509 yards, 4 touchdowns, a career high and a franchise record. You know, it was an awesome game for sure. You know, Kirk Cousins just showed out, and I hope he continues to just improve. And you know, he's definitely playing like the money that we paid him. So I'm definitely loving to see that. You know, it's really good to have him here so far.
Okay, so Kirk Cousins of the Atlanta Falcons, the quarterback, you are our Week 5 Player of the Week. Okay, that will conclude our episode for Week 5. Please join us Week 6 as we will bring you the rundown, and the Lions will be back. So please click like and subscribe, and we will see you next week. Bye.